Hi friends, I just want to thank everybody first and foremost. I just really want to give a big thank you to everyone who has shared my stuff. That means so much to me. It has made my channel grow, and I couldn't really thank you guys enough for all the awesome messages that I receive in the comments, and you guys are just so motivating. Thank you so much. We're going to need the following supplies for this project. You're going to need that garland, that burlap. You're going to need some ribbon. These are all things that I have from the Dollar Tree. That ribbon right there, you may not be able to find. I've actually had it since the summer, although I have seen it. And the rest of the ribbon is in store as we speak. Depending on, the style that you want to go to is the type of ribbon you're going to get, but you're also going to need the wood stems. For sure, you're going to need the wood stems. We're going to be working with these doilies. You're going to need a glue gun, some scissors. You're going to need some type of embellishment, which they have all these clips in stores, and for sure you're going to need to pick up some scrunchies. Make sure to pick up some scrunchies. Again, it's going to go on your preference and on the color that you want to work with, but these are the colors and the pieces that I chose to work with. Now, if you didn't want to buy the barrettes or the clips that you see here, you can also use the Dollar Tree pearls that they have in the crafter square section. I did pick up also as well 2 Dollar Tree pillowcases, one in gray and one in gold, and we're going to get started with our first pumpkin. These are just the Dollar Tree pumpkins that they have in store. These stems can be a little tricky because they can either come off really easy or you can make a mess. So I just want to show you here. This one was not that easy. It was glued on pretty tight and it left a little hole there, but that doesn't matter because our embellishments are going to hide that. So at this point I was just trying to figure out if that material was long enough to tuck into the pumpkin, and it is, but not secure enough, so we're going to go ahead and glue those edges that you see me doing right there. I'm just going to go ahead and take my glue gun, and you will see in the following steps how I do so. So now I'm just trying to figure out what stem I want at the center of this pumpkin, and it should fit nice and snug where that previous stem was. If not, just take something round and poke a deeper hole through there. So my favorite part about dressing up these pumpkins is the embellishments. I absolutely love working with raffia ribbon and garlands and ribbon, tattered ribbon. I love stuff like that. So I just took some raffia ribbon here and wrapped it around twice and created a bow. And that little curly string that you see there is from the garland, and I will show you later on in the video how to create that piece there. So at this point I'm just trying to figure out where to place the curly stem, and all I do is take a dab of hot glue and place it where I want it. That's pretty much it for that pumpkin. These are some of the pumpkins I have created. This is also a pumpkin that I created, but I did not put a tutorial for because it's fairly easy. All you're going to do is take some raffia ribbon, a curly stem, and glue it right to the center of that where the stem is with some farmhouse ribbon. So I've gone ahead and done that one. Now in doing so for this pumpkin and taking the stem out, I did rip the material a bit, but I'm not worried about that because we are going to embellish this pumpkin and you're not going to be able to see that piece. So these scrunchies are just so cute because they're a satin material. I love working with this type of material for anything that has to do with a shabby chic look. I absolutely enjoy it. And so what I did was I cut it open, took the elastic out, and started trying to figure out how I was going to use this for maybe a junky bow or something having to do with tassels with old tattered ribbon. because that's what it reminds me of. So I decided to go ahead and split this in half so that I had more to work with. Not that you need more, but just because it gives you more of options to make other pieces. So what I did was I went ahead and split it down the middle, and then I created a bow, and I just wanted to show you what something like that could look like as well. Now in the following next steps, this is what I did to create this shabby chic pumpkin, and I just absolutely loved it. So you're going to go ahead and take your garland, and you're going to go ahead and take the little beads off, just like I'm doing. I'm working with the red one because I already had it open, but if you have whatever color, it doesn't matter. You can work with either or. And you're going to go ahead and curl it like I just did, and then add it to your pumpkin. Okay, so we've done that. So I know that I want some kind of tassel hanging from the stem, whether it is raffia ribbon or using this ribbon, it doesn't matter. But I know that I want to create some kind of tassel on that pumpkin, and I'm not going to go too crazy. I'm only going to cut 2 strands, and then I'm going to cut some sheer ribbon as well. And then in the following steps, again, you will see how I attached it. So make sure when you're doing your curly string stems that those are pretty much the last piece that you glue on, because you never know what you're going to continue to add and you don't want it to be too much. So I did realize this bead was definitely a lot, but I definitely like when I see like at Marshall's or TJ Maxx those over the top pumpkins. Have you ever seen those, the ones that have like all the sequins and the glitter? Well, this was my take on that, and it was with the mini pumpkin. So what I did was attach it. I slipped it through the bow area, pretty much dug it in there, and that was it. That's how I attached my beads. Now if you have just loose beads that the Dollar Tree carries, all you're going to go ahead and do is glue gun those, and I will show you in a couple of other videos. So I want to show you our next pumpkin. This is what that turned out like. Absolutely adore this pumpkin. I did create this tassel before I started filming, and it's basically just using some ribbon I had on hand and some raffia ribbon yet again. And I'm going to go ahead and trim it up because it's too much for this little pumpkin. So you're going to go ahead and see how I dress this next pumpkin. Ugh, I cannot say pumpkin today. How I dress this next pumpkin up. So then our next pumpkin consists of Dollar Tree pillowcases, and I picked up this gold looking pillowcase and the gray one, and all I'm doing is making sure that it's going to work how I thought it was going to work. Basically, I'm putting it to the far corner of the pillowcase, and I'm going to go ahead and trim it, and you'll see in the next couple of steps how we put this together. So basically I'm making sure with my little tool that I'm going to be able to tuck this material in just like so. And it's actually looking like an apple more than a pumpkin, but that's okay with me. I will take an apple in all the middle of these pumpkins. I love the way that it's actually turning out. I like the color, and this is how it turned out. Basically, like I said, you're going to put all that material, and I actually left some left over so that it would look like a pumpkin leaf. And I used my stem, pushed it down as far as I could with some glue at the center, and that's my little mini pumpkin. You did notice that I used a burlap pumpkin. They are a little bit smaller than the pumpkins we were working with, just because I want various sizes. So I can't wait till the big ones get in store because those are going to be fun to dress as well, just like so. So then I'm taking a scrunchie, trying to figure out how I'm going to add this as embellishments. And so basically I do the same thing. I go ahead and cut it open, and I decide to use just as is, scrunch it yet again with a little bit of glue, and this is how it turns out. So if you follow me on Instagram and you follow me on YouTube, you know that I love whitewashed anything. I love a modern farmhouse theme, and that's what I have here in my home. I saw these baskets and I did pick up 3 of them at the Dollar Tree because I knew that I was going to whitewash them. And all I did was take some chalk paste and paint them very lightly over with a foam brush. I just went over very lightly with that paint. And then I took these handles off, and all you gotta do is tug on the side there and they come right off. I used some nautical rope, tied 2 knots to each edge or to each end, and then I glue gunned them. And I got a little brave thinking that I could create this with my cameo. I did, and then I thought I could totally rub that on, but because the paint is a chalk paste, the letters did not want to stay. So That's just a little bit of bloopers for you guys. But I did go ahead and paint the other side white, and I just used the plain side. And this is one of the looks that I created, and I hope that you guys enjoy this tutorial. Like I said, I cannot wait till the bigger pumpkins get in. I have so many ideas. Stick with me. If you guys like this video, hit that like button, and if you want to follow me, go ahead and subscribe. And if you want to follow me on Lemon Avenue, or I'm sorry, on Instagram, it's Lemon Avenue Life. And again, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all of your feedback and all of your awesome messages, and I love it. Thanks guys. Thanks for following. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.